Chapter 2: Shadows and Secrets. The battle for Zara's Hope had left an indelible mark on the forgotten colonies, a declaration of their strength and unity in the face of alien aggression. Now, as the dust settled, a different kind of war was about to unfold, one waged in shadows and secrets, where infiltration and espionage would become the new battleground. Aboard the USS Vigilance, a stealth vessel renowned for its silent running and state-of-the-art surveillance capabilities, a hand-picked team of operatives prepared for a covert mission into the heart of alien territory. Their objective: to gather intelligence, expose weaknesses, and strike at the very core of their enemy's power. Among them was the enigmatic Agent Michael Cuellar, a man with a past shrouded in mystery. Tall and lean, with dark eyes that missed nothing, Cuellar possessed an uncanny ability to slip past even the most sophisticated security measures. He was a master of disguise, a chameleon who could blend seamlessly into any environment. Alongside Cuellar was Special Agent Maya Delacour, a talented hacker and tech specialist whose quick wit and unconventional thinking had earned her a place on this elite team. Her eyes sparkled with determination beneath a curtain of ebony hair, and her fingers danced across console and keypad with equal ease. Leading the team was Commander Elena Bennett, a seasoned operative known for her incisive mind and unwavering resolve. With an unreadable expression, she briefed the group assembled in the Vigilance's briefing room. "Our mission is twofold," she began, her voice crisp and authoritative. "First, we must infiltrate the headquarters of the Vorkan High Command and extract critical intelligence on their military strategies and technologies. Second, we will identify and neutralize a high-value target within their ranks, a key leader whose influence extends across their entire military apparatus." A hush fell over the room as the gravity of their task sank in. Delving deep into the heart of the alien force's stronghold would require exceptional skill, nerve, and no small amount of luck. Cuellar's eyes narrowed, his gaze fixed on the holographic display floating above the table. "This is a complex operation, Commander. Their security will be tight, especially after our recent showdown. How do we even get close to their headquarters without raising every alarm they have?" Bennett offered a faint smile, confident in the plan she and her team had devised. "That's where our inside source comes in. We have an asset within the Vorkan command structure, sympathizer, who has provided us with access codes and intelligence that will allow us to bypass their outer defenses." Agent Delacour leaned forward, her eyes alight with curiosity. "A sympathizer? What do they stand to gain from aiding us?" "That," Bennett said, her voice turning grim, "is a story for another time. For now, let's focus on the mission at hand. We have a narrow window of opportunity. The sympathizer has provided us with coordinates for a secret passage, leading directly into the underground headquarters. Our insertion point will be a remote outpost on the fringes of their territory, from where we'll make our way to the target." Cuellar exchanged a glance with Delacour, their shared history flashing between them. They had both endured their fair share of covert operations, each bearing invisible scars from missions gone awry. "What about our exfiltration, Commander?" Cuellar asked, his tone calm but his eyes sharp. "Once we've achieved our objectives, how do we get out of there alive?" Bennett's expression softened, just a fraction. "We have a retrieval team standing by at a safe house beyond the front lines. Once you've neutralized the target, they'll bring you back to friendly space." She paused, her gaze sweeping the room. "This is a high-risk mission, people. The aliens will be on high alert, and one wrong move could trigger an interstellar incident. We need to be surgical in our precision." The team nodded, their faces set with determination. They knew the stakes, and each carried their own reasons for volunteering for such a perilous undertaking. As the Vigilance made its stealthy approach to the designated insertion point, the team ran through final preparations. They suited up in form-fitting stealth armor, their faces hidden behind featureless helmets that would obscure their identities from any prying eyes. Communicators were checked and rechecked, and weapons were distributed compact, customized armaments designed for covert operations. Agent Delacour, her fingers dancing across a holographic keypad, spoke without taking her eyes off her preparations. "The aliens will have enhanced their security protocols after our recent encounter. It'll take every trick in the book to slip past their defenses. Cuellar, his own equipment already secured, gave her a lopsided grin. That's why they sent us, Maya. Our particular set of skills is uniquely suited for this mission. Delacour returned the smile, her confidence bolstered by Cuellar's easy demeanor. She knew that beneath his relaxed facade lay a sharp, tactical mind, constantly analyzing and formulating plans. Their shared history included more than a few close calls, and they both understood the importance of relying on each other. The vigilance dropped them at the designated outpost, a desolate patch of rocky terrain far from the prying eyes of the alien forces. The team moved with practiced efficiency, their suits aiding their natural camouflage as they made their way across the rugged landscape. Up ahead, the shadowy mouth of a cave beckoned, its depth shrouded in darkness. Bennett signaled a halt just shy of the entrance, her gloved finger to her lips in the universal gesture for silence. She drew her sidearm, a modified pulse pistol, and motioned for the team to fan out, taking up defensive positions. Cuellar, ever vigilant, scanned their surroundings with his enhanced optics, seeking any telltale signs of an ambush. Delacour, her technical expertise unmatched, ran a final check on their communications equipment, ensuring their covert channel was secure. Satisfied, Bennett gave a subtle hand signal, and they moved forward, their footfalls soft and calculated. The cave, illuminated by the pale glow of their helmet lamps, revealed a network of tunnels and underground labyrinth that led directly into the heart of the alien headquarters. The going was slow, each step deliberate as they navigated the maze of passages. They passed sentries, their forms shrouded in the gloom, but the access codes provided by their inside source allowed them to slip by undetected. Cuellar, at the forefront, relied on his senses to guide them, his intuition honed by countless operations. As they moved deeper, the headquarters' security measures became more formidable. Automated defenses lined the corridors, their sensor arrays sweeping back and forth in methodical patterns. Delacour, her eyes narrowed in concentration, worked her tech magic, hacking into the security systems and diverting the sensor sweeps away from their path. On more than one occasion, they froze, holding their breath as a patrol passed by, their weapons at the ready. The tension was palpable, but the team remained disciplined, their training and experience carrying them through. Finally, they reached a massive set of doors, their gleaming surfaces marked with intricate alien sigils. Bennett signaled for them to halt, her eyes narrowing as she studied the defenses. "This is it," she whispered. "The heart of their command center. Our inside source has provided us with the passcode, but I want to be damn sure it's still valid." Cuellar, his gaze sweeping the area for any additional threats, spoke quietly. "If it's not, we'll need a diversion. Something to draw their attention away from these doors." Delacour, her fingers already flying across her wrist-mounted keypad, nodded. "I can trigger a systems malfunction in one of their adjacent vaults. Should buy us enough time to get through." Bennett gave a curt nod. "Do it. We'll be ready." Delacour's fingers danced, her connection to the alien network both delicate and powerful. A moment later, an alarm blared in the distance, its automated voice echoing through the corridors in the Vorkan tongue. "Go." Bennett hissed, and they moved forward, Cuellar at the forefront, his pulse rifle raised. The doors slid open at their approach, and they swept inside, their weapons tracking for any signs of resistance. The command center was a vast chamber, its high ceilings adorned with intricately carved alien motifs. Rows of consoles lined the room, operated by alien technicians, their multiple eyes flicking across screens. At the far end, a raised dais held a solitary figure, its form shrouded in darkness. Cuellar, his rifle never wavering, took a cautious step forward. "This is it. We're in." Delacour, her attention split between her team and her console, replied, "Copy that." Initiating data download. Her fingers flew, her connection to the alien network deep and profound. "I've got eyes on their strategic plans, tactical maps, and tech specs. Transmitting now." Bennett, ever vigilant, signaled for two operatives to move to the sides of the room, securing their position. Her eyes, sharp and alert, never left the robed figure on the dais. "Michael, take point. I want that target neutralized, quietly and efficiently. Cuellar moved forward, his steps soft and purposeful. The assembled aliens, their attention fixed on their tasks, had not yet noticed the human intruders. His pulse rifle, modified for silence, hummed softly in his hands as he took aim at the figure on the dais. His finger tightened on the trigger and then, suddenly, the alien technicians sprang into action. Their movements synchronized. Their eyes, now glowing in alert amber, turned towards the humans as they reached for hidden weapons. "Ambush!" Bennett cried, her own sidearm raised. "Take cover!" The team scattered, ducking behind consoles and pillars as a hail of alien fire filled the air. The pulse rifle cracked in Cuellar's hands, picking off the closest technicians with calculated precision. Bennett and the others returned fire, their shots finding their marks even as they darted for better cover. In the midst of the chaos, Cuellar never wavered, his rifle never deviating from the shrouded figure. "Maya, are you getting this?" he called out, his voice tight. "I need to know if this is our target." Delacour, her own weapon drawn as she returned fire, hacked into the alien network, her fingers a blur. "Almost there. Yes, I have visual confirmation. That's our mark, Michael." High-ranking member of their military council. Cuellar didn't hesitate. His shot rang out, the pulse hitting its mark. The robed figure staggered. It stood falling back to reveal the face of a Vorkan commander and influential, revered leader. As the commander fell, the remaining aliens redoubled their efforts, their aim becoming more frenzied. Bennett, her sidearm never wavering, gestured for a coordinated assault. "Maya, get to the commander. Confirm neutralization. We'll provide cover." Delacour, her dark hair flying as she darted forward, reached the dais. Her pulse pistol trained on the fallen figure. A quick scan confirmed the target was neutralized, and she straightened, a rush of satisfaction washing over her. "Confirmed. Target neutralized." Bennett's voice, sharp with command, cut through the din. "Fall back. We have what we came for. Same route. Double time." The team disengaged, their retreat disciplined even as they exchanged fire with the aliens. Cuellar brought up the rear, his shots measured and precise, buying them precious seconds. They spilled out of the command center, their footsteps pounding on the metal floors as they raced back through the labyrinth of tunnels. The alarm still blared, and additional alien forces were converging, their weapons raised. Bennett, her breath coming in short gasps, spoke rapidly into her communicator. "Extraction team, this is Commander Bennett. We're incoming. Prepare for immediate pickup." Through narrow passages and across open chambers, they fled, their suits now marked with the scorch marks of alien fire. The extraction point was close, but so were their pursuers, their relentless pursuit spurred on by the death of their commander. In a final, desperate bid, the aliens unleashed a torrent of fire, trapping them in a crossfire. Cuellar, his rifle overheating, swore under his breath, seeking cover. "They've got us pinned. We need another way out." "I'm on it," Delacour shouted, her fingers flying across her keypad. "Stand by." A massive explosion rocked the tunnels, sending debris flying. Delacour had triggered a chain reaction in the alien power systems, causing the very foundations to shake. "Go, go, go," Bennett yelled, and they moved, their suits protected against the worst of the blast. They raced through the collapsing tunnels, their path now illuminated by fiery explosions and showers of sparks. Up ahead, the rattling of the retrieval ship's engines reverberated through the tunnels. The sleek, black vessel hovered, its ramp lowered invitingly. They sprinted the final stretch, Cuellar covering their retreat as they clambered aboard. The ship lifted off even as the last of the explosions rocked the tunnels, burying their pursuers under tons of rubble. Aboard the ship, the team shed their helmets, their faces gleaming with sweat and relief. The retrieval team greeted them with wide grins, offering them water and medical care. Cuellar, his eyes bright with adrenaline, turned to Delacour, his chest heaving. "Well, that was closer than I'd like. Great work on the power systems, Maya." Delacour, her dark hair in disarray, grinned back at him. "Thanks, Michael. You weren't so bad yourself." "Nice shooting." Bennett, her armor singed and scarred, joined them, her expression one of pride. "Indeed. Excellent work, all of you. We've dealt a severe blow to the aliens' military command, and the intelligence we've gathered will prove invaluable." As the ship sped away from the now devastated headquarters, the team took a moment to catch their breath. The close call had shaken them, but their success was undeniable. They had infiltrated, extracted critical data, and neutralized a pivotal figure in the alien military infrastructure. Delacour, her eyes closed as she savored the momentary respite, spoke softly. "We made a difference today. They won't soon forget this incursion." Cuellar, his gaze distant as he replayed the operation in his mind, nodded. "We've struck a blow, but there's more to be done. This war is far from over." Bennett, ever the commander, straightened, her shoulders squaring. "Precisely. We return to Fortitude with valuable intelligence, and we strike again. They may think us inferior, but they've underestimated us at every turn." The team nodded, their faces resolute. They were the Forgotten Colonies' secret weapon and elite force capable of venturing where others couldn't, striking from the shadows with precision and skill. As their ship raced through the darkness of space, back towards the heart of human-controlled territory, Cuellar found himself gazing out at the stars, his thoughts turned inward. The mission had been a success, and lives had been lost. But the true cost of this war remained unseen, buried in the hearts and minds of those who fought it. Delacour, sensing his introspection, moved to stand beside him, her eyes following his gaze. "You're quiet," she noted softly. Cuellar glanced at her, a half-smile playing at the corners of his mouth. "Just thinking about the price we pay. Every strike, every victory, carries a cost." Delacour nodded, her eyes thoughtful. "We do what we must to protect our homes, our people. We carry those costs together." He turned to her, his gaze intense. "Together," he echoed, his voice soft. The moment stretched, the connection between them buzzing in the air. Then, Cuellar straightened, his expression turning resolute. "We should debrief. I want to know more about this inside source of ours. They took a hell of a risk, and we need to be sure we can trust them." Delacour nodded, the intensity of the moment fading as they returned to their roles as operatives. "Agreed. This war has many layers, and it pays to be cautious." The ship hummed as it tore through the void, carrying them ever closer to the safe haven of Fortitude. Aboard, the team pored over the intelligence they had gathered, studying the movements and technologies of their enemy. The data would arm the colonies with the knowledge needed to strike back even harder. Bennett, ever vigilant, briefed them on their next steps. "Our job isn't done yet. We debrief, resupply, and prepare for the next mission. The aliens won't stay down for long, and we need to be ready to counter their next move." Cuellar and Delacour exchanged a glance, the unspoken bond between them strengthening. They knew the weight of their responsibilities and the danger that lay ahead, but for now, they would rest and regroup. There would be more battles to fight, more secrets to uncover, and together, they would face them. The USS Vigilance, silent and swift, slipped back into Fortitude's docks, its crew weary but triumphant. As they filed out, their steps confident, they knew their efforts had made a difference. The aliens would come to understand, as the war escalated, that the Forgotten Colonies would not be cowed. In the darkened observation room of the Vigilance, Commander Bennett watched her team depart, her eyes filled with a mix of pride and concern. The mission had been a success, but she knew the true cost, the sacrifices made and the burdens carried by those who fought in the shadows. A soft footfall drew her attention, and she turned to see Cuellar, his expression unreadable. "Commander," he said, his voice soft. Bennett offered him a faint smile, grateful for his quiet support. "Agent Cuellar, I presume you're here to discuss our inside source." Cuellar nodded, stepping into the room. "Among other things, that source provided us with invaluable access, and I'd like to know more about them." As the team debriefed from their latest covert operation, an urgent transmission cut through the air. Commander Bennett's face paled as she listened to the message. "What is it?" Cuellar asked, his body tensing instinctively. Bennett's voice was grim as she addressed the room. "The aliens have launched a full-scale assault on Zara's Hope. Our covert operations have been discovered, and they're retaliating with overwhelming force." The room fell silent as the implications sank in. Their carefully maintained secrecy was shattered, and the Forgotten Colonies now faced open warfare. Delacour's fingers flew across our console. I'm receiving reports from across the sector. Multiple colonies are under attack. This isn't just retaliation, it's an all-out invasion. Cuellar's jaw tightened. Then it's time we show them what we're truly capable of. No more hiding in the shadows. We fight for our homes, our freedom, and our future. Bennett nodded, her expression resolute. Agreed. Alert all colonies. Initiate Protocol Omega. We're at war.